Welcome to Full Count Rhythm Baseball on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Now let's head into the ballpark for tonight's game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Full Count Rhythm Baseball. Special night tonight as the Rhythm take on the Fulton Railroaders. It's a celebration of Kids Camp. It's been going on for 4 days here at Drakes Creek Park. And tonight we've got a load of campers. Can't see them right now. They're on the other side of the third base dugout / locker room / workout facility. And then they will be on the field with the Rhythm players for our national anthem. Good evening. We're at Drakes Creek Park in Hendersonville, Tennessee for Game 11 of the 2025 Ohio Valley League season, at least for both of these two teams. And the Rhythm in the two previous games have defeated the Fulton Railroaders in Game 1. That was opening night up in Fulton 4-2. And then back here at Drakes Creek Park, 6-0 back on June 6th. The Rhythm come in with a record of 7-3. Having lost last night to the Paducah Chiefs 2-1 in a pitcher's duel. Ken Stegall giving me a call, the official score. Now he's hung up on me. I don't know where he is. I thought he was up here in the press box with me. Oh, there he is here. He's right behind me. And the Fulton Railroaders come in with a record of 4-6. They defeated the Hoptown Hoppers last night at Hoptown 4-1. So it is about time. The umpires will be leaving the press box here soon, heading down to the field. We'll take our first break and come back with a Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Starting lineups right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite sauce.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Welcome back to the Full Count Broadcast Network. Now it's time for the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineup.
It's time now for the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups. First for the visitors, the Fulton Railroaders. Head coach J.D. Willis. He's assisted by Jake Vitale, the general manager of the Railroaders. Charlie Furbett last year played for the Railroaders. Actually, probably the last couple of years, maybe 2 or 3. And here's how they're going to line up. Jacob Lott's going to lead off, and he's going to play left field. Dylan Kuhl, a new player, is probably about 3 or 4 games into the season. He'll bat second, play right field. Austin Phillips at shortstop, hitting third. Chris Henson not behind the plate tonight. He's at first base, hitting cleanup. Jaden Perez in center field, bats fifth. Johnny Bloom is behind the plate, and he'll hit sixth. The DH, Trevor Sostman, bats seventh. A.J. Armstrong at third base, batting eighth. Matthew Reinhart playing second base, batting ninth, and on the mound for his third appearance of the year, left-hander Blake Althusius. Common spelling of Althusius. He'll face the Full Count Rhythm, coached by Josh Carman. He's fourth year of coaching, fifth year as the general manager. He's assisted by pitching coach Jimmy Gamboa and Carson Howard and Jonah Smithson. Lineup looks like this. Caden Moore back in the leadoff spot, playing shortstop for the second straight night. John Paul Head in right field, bats second. Jake Merrick at third base, hitting third. Trey Simmons hitting cleanup, playing first base tonight. Parker Staborski in center field, bats fifth. Batting sixth is Charlie Bozeman, playing left field. Jonathan Stewart gets the start behind the plate, batting 7th. Landon Ward is the DH, hitting 8th. And Spencer Yu out at second base, bats 9th. And on the mound for the full count rhythm, lefty Hayden Choate gets his second start. It's his third appearance and his first appearance here at Drakes Creek Park. A left-hander out of Lee University, 6'3", 195-pound redshirt freshman. He's from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Played high school baseball at McCallie. And he's a healthcare administration major at Lee University, the son of Aaron and Beth Choate, who live in Harrison, Tennessee. Big brother to Bailey and the grandson of Gigi and Mia. They both live in Chattanooga, staying in the host home of my son and daughter-in-law, Wilson and Anna Reese, and the big stepbrother to my grandson and granddaughter, Eli and Lucy. And Wilson is his mentor, as you see the umpires and the coaches meeting at home plate as both teams will line the foul lines. Not sure if we can barely see down that third base line. The campers a little bit blocked from with the new building that's down the third base line. Had, I think, 225 campers, I believe, right around that. Seemed like we had half of them in the 5- and 6-year-old division where I was hanging out the last 4 days on and off. Carson Howard, Parker Staborski, Chase Fernandez, Cade Moore, and Spencer Yu, the 5 coaches and players that were down at Field 10 for the 5 and 6. We actually had one 4-year-old and one 7-year-old that were there. And we had one little Lily, little pretty girl who was out there mixing it up with the boys. So I wonder if Lily has shown up here tonight. 2 afternoons after camp, all the players and the campers were invited to Pizza Ranch over on Gallatin Road and Main Street. Chris Eglin, the owner of the Pizza Ranch, treated the players. And I think the campers had a big time there. I attended on Tuesday and got to see a bunch of the Full Count Rhythm players and the campers as they were having pizza, some chicken. Saw a lot of ice cream being eaten as well there. Speaking of ice cream, the First Baptist Church of Hendersonville has free ice cream truck here tonight. Cancun Lagoon is also here tonight, as is Meat Sweats. I believe Cancun Lagoon providing the meals for both teams tonight. Cancun Lagoon, Meat Sweats, and Kona Ice also here tonight. The food trucks in abundance for tonight's game. The meeting has concluded, and it is about invocation time as Tanner Sandell, a trip leader for Nicaraguan mission trips and a soon-to-be board member of Full Count, will deliver our invocation.
Father God, we thank you so much for this beautiful evening that we had tonight, God. We are so grateful for the game of baseball that you have given us the opportunity to be able to fellowship and to share your word. God, we thank you for Full Count Rhythm. We thank you for the OVL League, for what it means to this community. God, we thank you for the opportunity that you've allowed us now for the last couple of years to have this camp and for what it means to the young baseball players in this community. Thank you, God, for giving the players of Full Count Rhythm the opportunity to invest and to spend time with the young baseball players here. God, we thank you so much for Full Count Missions, for the mission team that is already in Nicaragua, and for the teams that are getting ready to leave in the next couple of weeks. God, we know that you have gone before us and that you have laid out the mission for us in Nicaragua. Father, we ask that you be with us tonight, be with the players, the coaches, the umpires, and the fans. Help us to have good attitudes and our heads held high. It's in your name we pray. Amen.
Now, before the national anthem, we'll take a break and be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
And we're back at Drakes Creek. We just missed Tim Ferguson saying play ball. We're going to work on our coordination here a little bit better. Got a few games left here at the park. That's my fault, Tim. I didn't come back in time. We were late coming back. We had timing issues. A whole lot of youngsters here. A lot going on tonight. The Full Count Rhythm, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, this is a uniform combination that has not been worn in Full Count Rhythm history. Wearing the red tops and the sky blue bottoms. We've had the sky blue on sky blue, the red on top of white, but never this combination. Look like about 50 of the campers out of the 200 plus that were here over the last 4 days. Kids get in free. So if you're listening and you're close by, come on down. Kids get in free tonight. Free ice cream. Got food trucks, Cancun Lagoon, and the Meat Sweats here. And if you haven't had Meat Sweats brisket sandwich, you're missing out. As the Rhythm have taken the field, Charlie Bozeman out in the left field, Parker Staborski in center, John Paul Head in right, Jake Merrick at third, Cade Moore at short, Spencer Yu at second base, Trace Simmons getting his first action at first base this year, and Jonathan Stewart catching Hayden Choate. His first appearance here at Drakes Creek. It's his third appearance of the year for the Rhythm. Got a start back against the Paducah Chiefs up in Paducah. 3 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs. They were earned, walked 3. Did not figure in the decision. That was the game that the Rhythm came back with 7 runs in the 8th and 9th and nipped Paducah in 9, 7-6. And then up in Madisonville, the 11-5 victory for Full Count. Hayden came in. He was a third pitcher. Came on in relief in the 6th inning. Ended up with 1 2/3 innings. Gave up 3 hits, a run. It was earned. Did not walk a batter in that game. Struck out 3, facing only 7 batters, retiring 5. I think he got a double play in there. No, caught stealing. The first caught stealing of the year is Trace Simmons threw out Logan Bailey trying to swipe third base just a couple of games ago. So I would assume Hayden is, we need to have a scoreboard operator. We've got nobody to run the scoreboard. Okay. Let's go ahead and at least turn it on anyway. Hit that upper left button. Upper left. There you go. That should at least turn it on. Show that it works. Jacob Lott, the left fielder, will lead off. Not sure who assigns the clock operators, but apparently got caught up into the evening's festivities as Lott takes a cut at the first pitch that Choate delivers and comes up empty at 7:08 p.m. Central Time. We are underway. Game time temperature 85 degrees. Feels like of 90 degrees. Brought to you by Stitches by Cindy. Count now 1-1 to Lott, who's been one of the best hitters in the lineup for the Fulton Railroaders. He's a utility player, left-handed pitcher and an outfielder, 5'11", 190-pound junior from Holmes Community College, hometown South Haven, Mississippi. Choate now 3 balls and a strike. On deck, Dylan Kuehl, Kuehl. Hope he has an idea how to run that ground ball foul to the first base dugout. Well, the Full Count Ministries, full count starting off. Dawson, did they send you up here and you have absolutely no idea how to run that thing? Hey, there you go. 3-2 pitch is just high, apparently, and Lott draws the walk. That'll bring up Dylan Kuehl. Some quick research before the game, and this is what I pulled up for Dylan Kuehl. Unless he's got a twin brother or a cousin with the same name, 6 foot, 215-pound junior at Troy University from Urbandale, Iowa. He looks at a breaking pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. Started his college career, or at least prior to Troy, it said he was at Des Moines Area Community College. I think his first at bat in the Ohio Valley League this year was a 2-run home run, I believe. There's a ground ball foul. Look at Dawson Sweeney. He's got the swing of it. Yesterday's Chick-fil-A Rivergate player of the game, Dawson Sweeney, faced 6 batters. Is that right? Faced 6, right? All right, you and your cousin faced 9, struck out 8. So he had 6 batters faced, struck out 5 of them in a losing effort. Rhythm lost 2-1. Hayden Choate with a runner at first base and a 1-ball, 2-strike count to the left-handed hitting right fielder Dylan Kuehl. Back-to-back lefties in the Roaders lineup. Long pause and deliver. Swing and a miss, and the ball gets by Jonathan Stewart. The strikeout will stand, but down to second base goes Jacob Lott. I like that. I don't think that got down in the turf, and maybe the swing bothered Jonathan Stewart. That's going to be a pass ball. But a Safeway strikeout for out number 1 here in the top of the first. Austin Phillips, the shortstop, stands in. Phillips, a 6'2", 200-pound sophomore at UT Arlington from Fort Worth, Texas. There's a AAA autoglass foul ball off to the right side. On a count one night and see how many balls actually get out of play. Every one of these foul balls should be found. There's somebody heading for a AAA auto glass squishy ball. Now that one right there, Andrew, that doesn't count. It did not get out of play. Josh Carman, the ball boy tonight, head coach, just throws the ball down to the turf to make our home plate umpire Frank Pillow do a little extra work. Down at first base, Mason Davidson, who's actually in the middle of the field right now. Jason Carey, he's in a recliner down the third base line right now. Nice stop there by Jonathan Stewart on a ball in the turf. If you're just new to the broadcast for Full Count Rhythm home games, the infield and the warning track areas in front of both dugouts, that's all artificial turf. The outfield area is real God-created grass. 1-2 pitch. This is outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. On deck is Chris Henson, the first baseman. Got several players from the TCCAA, Tennessee Junior College Conference. Swing and a tapper foul at the plate. Jonathan Stewart behind the plate took the brunt of that one. He is going to be joining the TCCAA. He's going to become a member of the Vol State Pioneers. Head coach Jim McGuire. Pioneers have 3 players on the Rotors squad, A.J. Armstrong, Jaden Perez, and Brady Davis. 2 of them are in the lineup. Jaden Perez, center fielder, batting 5th. A.J. Armstrong, third baseman, batting 8th. Brady Davis is a right-handed relief pitcher. 2-2 pitch, misses high and away. And Chris Henson is from Southwest Tennessee, one of 11 teams in the TCCAA. The cleanup hitter who's on deck. Ground ball to short, hesitating. Cade Moore is going to go to the third, and they're going to get the lead runner as Jacob Lott had to hold up so that he didn't get hit with that ground ball. Heads up play by Cade Moore to get the lead runner. That's a 6-5 if you're scoring at home. And if you are, I need to know about it. As Austin Phillips reaches on the fielder's choice. Now 2 down here in the top of the first. Robert Sostman rooting for the Rotors. He might be intimately familiar with Trevor Sostman, the DH for the Rotors. Paula Sims rooting for the Rhythm. Pam Snyder, she's rooting for the Railroaders. Choate gone 2-0 to Chris Henson. From Florence, Kentucky, 6'2", 220-pound rising sophomore. Playing first base tonight. He's also, as they used to say in the old days, a hind catcher. Swinging a foul tip at the plate. I never heard that term until I came down south. Raised in Cincinnati, Ohio. Lived there till I was 18 years old, and then came to play baseball at Belmont. And they don't talk about that in college as the hind catcher. They talked about it in the Little League. Oh, he's the hind catcher. Is there a difference? Joe, 21 pitches deep here in the top of the first. If he doesn't pick off Phillips, he's going to have to throw 22. Three-one pitch coming. Runner takes off. The pitch is outside. Ball 4. Second walk of the inning for Hayden Choate. That puts runners at first and second. And another left-handed hitter, Jaden Perez. Perez playing in his 8th game of the year, hitting make it 259. He's got 7 hits, including a double, a couple of RBIs. He looks at a called strike. Jaden redshirted this past year at Vol State. He's 5'11", 190-pound redshirt freshman from Miami, Florida. Went to Western High School. The son of Roger Perez and Jessica Perez. And there's no chance that Roger's not listening in on the Full Count Broadcast Network. He left Middle Tennessee this morning, was staying at Jaden's apartment in Gallatin, and got up this morning and got on one of those big old planes and headed back down to Miami. Jaden has a couple of sisters, Jenna and Jessie. He's got a nanny in Miami, Florida, as well as an abuelo y abuela. Did get in a couple of games for Vol State this past year. That was early in the year. Picked up a double and a couple of RBIs, and then decided to take it as a redshirt year, planning on coming back, getting in that starting lineup in the outfield. 3-1 apparently is the 3-1. Dawson Nostradamus knew that was going to be ball 3. So now we have a Full Count Ministries full count. Maybe. Apparently it was at least 3 balls because Jaden Perez is going to draw the third walk. Let's see if Jimmy Gamboa comes out. A pitching coach out of the dugout. Might be a place that Jonathan Stewart, the catcher, would go have a confab with his pitcher who's walked. Now the bases loaded. There are 2 outs. Johnny Bloom, the catcher for the Rotors, stands in. Johnny, a 6'3", 195-pound redshirt sophomore at Indiana University, Columbus, hometown Fort Wayne, Indiana. Bloom fouls one to the backstop. Playing in his 5th game, he's hitting .400. 4 for 10. He has a double, an RBI. Also walked 4 times on the 0-2 pitch. Stewart keeps the runners at their respective bases. Lott led off the game with a walk. Dylan Cool struck out. 1-2 pitch coming, and it's outside. After Cool struck out, Austin Phillips reached on a fielder's choice. Here comes Jimmy Gamboa, about 4 pitches after I had thought he might come. He's going to come out with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Then after the fielder's choice, Austin Phillips was at first base. Chris Henson's walked, Jaden Perez has walked, and Johnny Bloom now with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Roger Perez is here checking in on YouTube, watching. Glad you got home safely. Sorry you had to leave. And, of course, Eddie Crittenden, Mr. Fulton Railroader himself, the voice of the Fulton Railroaders. Eddie Crittenden, he's listening in. He can't hide behind that Fulton Railroaders baseball moniker. I know it's him. Very hospitable when the Rhythm travel up to the Twin Cities, Fulton and South Fulton. Meeting's over, and the pitch, swinging a foul ball off the end of the bat. Bloom going to check, make sure his wooden stick is still in good working order. I don't think they're swinging Old Hickory bats. The Rhythm, Old Hickory, one of the sponsors. Chad Lamberth is on the board. 2-2 pitch, swinging a lofted line drive into the glove softly of Spencer Yu, one of the 5- and 6-year-old coaches during the kids' camp. And that will end the inning. Hayden Choate comes back at 33 pitches in. No runs, no hits, no errors, but loaded the bases, and they were all stranded. We're heading to the bottom of the first. Kids Camp Night here at Drakes Creek Park.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to Absolute Wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Heidel Rubio checking in on Facebook. Olaf Heidel. Olaf. I think that's Spanish for either hello or snowman. I'm not really sure. Hada Rubio, one of the missionaries for the Full Count Ministries down in Nicaragua. He's hosting, I don't know, probably 30 guys down there, maybe 25. Reed Glover, the director of discipleship for Full Count Ministries, is down there, as is Adam Spates. Adam Spates lived in Chinandega, Nicaragua for Full Count for about 4 or 5 years, along with his lovely wife, Charlie, and their 2 sons, Addison and JP. Alex Montiel, also Nicaragua Ministry Director. Hada Rubio, David Zeladon, Mario Gonzalez, Wilmer Lopez, Arsenio Rodriguez, Norbin Gutierrez, Reader Meneses, and of course the star of the show down there, the team chef, Miss Carolina Martinez. As Cade Moore stands in, I don't know how much Spanish he speaks. He might be able to hablo a little bit. Takes ball 1. Or he might not. Cade 1 for 5 in yesterday's game against the Paducah Chiefs. Singled and scored the only run of the game. It's driven in by a base hit by Jackson Cothran, who's not in the lineup tonight. Moore, a rising grad student at Trevecca Nazarene, the home of Ken Stegall. Pops that one up. And out of play on the right side, a AAA autoglass foul ball. Cade Moore is the only two-way player for the Rhythm so far this year. Mostly a position player, but he did get on the mound for the Rhythm. Blake Althusius with his second start of the year. He has a 1-0 record. Pitched in relief against Full Count up at Fulton back on May 31st in the opening game. Another line drive that will get out of play. And there are a bunch of campers out after that one. They're everywhere. Campers everywhere. 5 to 12-year-olds. Boys, girls, boys. They were everywhere. Last 4 days. 2-2 pitch. Fouled back. Dawson, which game was that Cade pitched in? He pitched up at Madisonville, right? That was that 11-5 win up in Madisonville. He's playing in his 5th game, and he swings at a fastball above the letters there for a strikeout. Good start for Althusius. JP, John Paul Head, stands in, leading hitter in the Ohio Valley League. In RBIs, I think batting average, doubles.
Got to start it early.
Andrew went yard card already? You going yard card? John Paul hitting .516 on the season. He has 16 hits. I believe that stops in the OVL. 6 doubles. I think he should be tied. He might be one behind. I don't know that anybody has 4 home runs yet. He has 3, along with 21 RBIs. The game changer stat says 20, but I think we're going to finally get that fixed. Got a text from Charles Furbett today. That ball's grounded up the middle, and John Paul Head delivers with 1 out here in the bottom of the 1st. Andrew loses his yard card, but he's happy to lose it at least on a base hit. I'm going to tell you, people don't win yard cards very often. So John Paul Head, who is a threat to steal, is tied for the team lead in stolen bases with Lou D'Alessio and Logan Kroc on at first base. Left-handed pitcher Althusius. Slide step right to the plate to Jake Merrick for a called strike. Althusius attends Westminster College. He's from St. Robert, Missouri. 6'4", 230-pound rising senior. Another slide step, and that ball gets away from a catcher, Johnny Bloom. It was close. That's probably a coin flip, Ken, honestly. Wild pitch or pass ball, but I think you're probably right. Officially going to be ruled a pass ball. Yeah, you can't ask pitchers. 1-1 pitch in there for a called strike. Most of the time we have, well, I think every time we have scoreboard operators, they're pitchers, and you can't ask a pitcher at all pass ball or wild pitch. They're always going to say pass ball, yeah, or hit or error. 1-2 misses away. Merrick tied for the team lead in walks with John Paul Head. They both have 11. Merrick also been plunked 4 times. He's tied with Parker Staborski in that category, but he has played and started every game, and he's alone in that category. Swings late on that pitch, and he goes down on strikes. Trace Simmons, first baseman tonight, steps to the plate. Simmons had a 4-hit night against the Madisonville Miners in the 11-5 victory. He and Nolan Sargent and John Paul Head with 4 hits apiece. 22-hit effort for the Rhythm in that 11-5 victory. Lefty delivers, called strike. On 1 pitch, 2 outs, runner at second, grounded to the right side, and a diving attempt by Matt Reinhart, and he doesn't come up with it. The throw to the plate is dropped. No call made, but none needed by Frank Pillow. And there's your Framework Athletics. First run of the game driven in by Trace Simmons on the 2-out single to right field. Nice attempt by Reinhart, but could not come up with that one. Dylan Cool with the throw to the plate. Don't think, even if it was handled, that it would have been in time. The nice head first slide by John Paul Head. He scored now his 10th run of the year, now tied with Logan Kroc with a team lead. Popped up to the right, heads up in the stands. That will get over, and heads up, little guy. 17 kids in blue shirts hop on that one. Parker Staborski with a AAA autoglass foul ball. Parker in that 5- and 6-year-old group. You know he's dead dog tired. Playing in his 8th game, hitting .308. A double, 4 RBIs. For some reason, he's got a target on his back, been plunked 4 times. Althusius delivers low. 1-1, Charlie Bozeman on deck. Couple of strikeouts in the inning. But also a couple of hits as a pattern is developing. Strikeout, single, strikeout, single. Parker just undid that. He broke the pattern, but he's going to fly out to Jaden Perez in center field. And the Rhythm score an unearned run, but it's a run on that scoreboard out there, handled by Dawson Sweeney of Framework Athletics. First run of the game, driven in by Trace Simmons, scored by John Paul Head. 2 hits. There was no error, but the pass ball makes that run unearned. And 1 runner left on base. After 1, the Rhythm lead 1-0. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Checking the chat line there. Deborah and Kevin Arnett listening in Placerville, California. The parents of Nick Arnett, pitcher on the Rotors. And I need to find out what number is so we can holler. There he is, number 21, Suffolk University. Grad student, 6'4", 210-pound right-hander. I have to tell him to get a haircut as Hayden Choate comes out there, and he doesn't like Trevor Sauceman, apparently, the DH. He plunks him with the first pitch. He delivers in the second. Choate walked 3 batters in the first inning and has not dialed it in the first pitch of the second so far. A.J. Walk Armstrong stands in now. A.J., one of the 3 Vol State Pioneers, takes a called strike. Anakin Jack, 6'1", 225-pound rising sophomore from Cannon County High School, Woodbury, Tennessee. Business major, the son of Jack and Sharon Armstrong, the all-American couple. He's got a sister, Kaylee. And hello to Paul and Nana. I'm not sure if they made it up from Woodbury or not. The Craddocks played in 36 games last year. Lines that one out in the right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. And overrunning it is Parker Staborski, and it gets out to the absolute wellness sign. A runner coming to the plate, and the throw is not in time. See if that is a single and an E8. So no RBI for A.J. Armstrong. Looked like Staborski just overran the ball, and it is like it checked up. So Sauceman comes all the way around to score. And we're tied at 1. Matthew Reinhart, the number 9 hole hitter, looks at a ball high and away. Sauceman hustled around the bases there. He wasn't content with just staying at second base on that drive into the right center field gap as Reinhart tries to lane at him, bunt, fouls it back. Can't see the bullpen for the Rhythm, but I got to believe that it's at least stirring. Another bunt attempt. Popped up after hitting the ground. It popped up right behind our home plate umpire, Frank Pillow. So A.J. Armstrong now down at second base. Still nobody out. Reinhart will be followed by Jacob Lott, the leadoff batter. One-two pitch misses just outside. Reinhart, 5'11", 160-pound rising sophomore at Willamette University. He's also a Californian from San Jose. Chops it right back to Choate, who spikes it to Simmons, who digs it out. On the play, Armstrong moves down to third. California 1-3. Reinhart retired for out number 1. Now A.J. Armstrong at third base. Jacob Lott, who walked to lead off the ball game, steps in the batter's box. That ball gets by Stewart, and another run's going to come in. Assume wild pitch there. And not the start that Hayden Choate thought he would have. Try to watch that. I think that got on the turf after it got by Jonathan Stewart's glove. Another pitch down in the turf. You know what? I don't know that got in the turf or not. Two-zero pitch. This is outside. Three balls, no strikes. And ball four. Josh Carmen out of the dugout. That will end the evening for Hayden Choate. Hayden Choate, 46 pitches. We'll leave this ball game. So we'll have a Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we return on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to Absolute Wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen Jacob Newman, right-hander out of Vestavia Hills, Alabama. Samford University in Birmingham, son of Jeff and Lauren Newman. He's a rising redshirt senior. Newman on for his second appearance, both are now second in relief as well. 1 1/3 innings, 1 hit, and a strikeout got the win. I believe that was in the game up at Hoptown. He came on with the game tied at 6-6, and the Rhythm scored 2 in the top of the 9th. And he finished the game off, retiring. 3 batters gave up a leadoff single in that inning, but they got a 6-4-3 doodat double play, and then a ground out to end the ball game. That was in game 3 of the season. Coming on here in the second inning in relief of Hayden Choate, he goes an inning and a third, 1 hit, walks 4 batters, strikes out 1, and plunks a batter. Faces 10 in the ball game. Newman to pitch to Dylan Cool with 1 out and 1 on. Rotors lead 2-1. At least one of those runs is unearned. Still not yet? Okay. So not unearned yet. Full strikeout victim in the first. Now looking at a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Dolores Harrell was rooting for A.J. Armstrong. That's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Somebody's asked about, can the FB Live be moved so we can see the score? On my Facebook, the scoreboard's showing fine. I'm not sure what it's showing on yours, Paula, but I don't have any control over the Facebook Live portion of it. Mine, it says it's red and it says live. It's above the video screen. Swing and a miss. Safeware strikeout for out number 2. Good start for Newman. Inning started with a hit by pitch of Trevor Sossman, then a single in the right center field by A.J. Armstrong that booted by Parker Staborski out in center field. Armstrong reached second. Sossman came all the way around to score. Ground out by Reinhardt moved Armstrong to third. And then Armstrong scored on a wild pitch. Jacob Lott walked. Dylan Cool struck out. And now Austin Phillips down in the count 0-1. Jacob Newman on in relief gets a call on a whisper outside fastball. Got a bunch of Rotor fans watching the broadcast tonight. Glad to have you. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Jacob Newman comes in and slams the door on any further trouble. And now those runs are unearned. Ken Stegall from the scorer's table, our official scorer. 2 runs. They were unearned on only 1 hit, 1 error, 1 runner left on base. And the Rotors have taken the lead here after 1.5. 2-1. We're going to the bottom half of the second. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Home half of the second inning. Charlie Bozeman, Jonathan Stewart, Landon Ward scheduled to face lefty Blake Althusius. His second start of the season, 3rd appearance. First 2 outings. 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, 3 runs, only 1 earned. Has walked 8 batters in those 5 innings. He's also struck out 8. He's also plunked 2 batters. A 1.80 ERA. Charlie Hustle Bozeman wearing the number 14. Also from Sanford, he and Jacob Newman, teammates down there with the Boo Dogs. Bozeman looks at ball 1. Charlie, a Farragut Admiral in his high school days. Bozeman playing in his 7th game of the year, hitting 200. Got a double, 4 RBIs. That pitch just down. He's walked 8 times, been on base at a .429 average. 2-1 count. Off speed, pitch misses outside. Sweet little Lulu's up here in the press box. Her mommy brought her up. My daughter-in-law, Lucy. My 2-year-old granddaughter. She's already been sitting in the director's seat, but 3-1 pitch. Line down the first base line. Nice diving play by Chris Henson. And he'll step on first to rob Charlie Bozeman of extra bases. Put a star by that one for the catcher, Chris Henson. Not catching tonight. If you can catch, you can play first base. Or so it seems. Now Jonathan Stewart steps to the plate. Jonathan playing in his 4th game of the year. Still looking for that first hit as a rhythm player. Has not been on base yet. Takes a called strike. At least not via a hit, a walk, or a hit by pitch. Played this past year, was on the team at Daytona State Community College. I didn't check that, but I'm assuming that's down in Daytona, Florida. He's from Smyrna High School in Smyrna, Tennessee. Son of Todd and Kasha Stewart, brother to Scott and Molly. Grandson of Papa and Nana there in San Antonio. Got a Papa and a Mimi in Springfield, Missouri as well. Grounded to third, A.J. Armstrong gloves. Throws to first, nice stretch by Henson. And Stewart is retired, 5-3. And Landon Ward will get an opportunity to come to the plate. He's the DH tonight for the full count rhythm. Also from Lee University, hometown, Gallatin, Tennessee, right here in Sumner County. Attended Gallatin High School. 5'7", 170-pound rising redshirt freshman, son of Brandon and April Ward, brother to Lily and Layla. First pitch he sees is outside. He's got a pawpaw and a nana and a doodah and a tea-nana. Everybody's in Gallatin. There's Ann Claire, the cookie maker. Ann Claire make cookies for the press box twice already this year. No cookies tonight, though. She said she didn't do very good the first time, so she had to come back a second time and get a redo. Lined in right field. Over and making the catch is Dylan Cool for a 1-2-3 inning for Blake Althusius. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. After 2, the Railroaders lead 2-1. You're listening and watching the Full Count Rhythm Broadcast Network.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Top of the third. Jacob Newman out for the Rhythm for his first full inning of work. Got a bunch of kids out here. Riff-raff, as Zach Williams used to call him. Got a bunch of riff-raff out here. We don't have our crowd mic here tonight. Zach Williams playing golf too much. Can't get me any extra equipment that I need. Says he's here for me, but he's Noah Stockey. Swing and a miss on a 1-0 by Chris Henson. 4, 5, and 6 here in the top of the third to face Jacob Newman. Right-hander delivers, pours that fastball in there for a called strike. Henson, one of the 3 walks in the first inning, given up by Hayden Choate. Finished the line on Choate. He goes 1 1/3, gives up 1 hit, 2 runs. They were not earned. Walked 4, struck out 1, and plunked a batter. 2-2 pitch. Misses outside. Josh Carman gave a name to this uniform ensemble. Can't remember now what it was. That's popped up in the infield. Jonathan Stewart pointing to it. Jake Merritt coming in with a little bit of a hop there. Jake with a, I thought he was going to start skipping there for a second. Dawson. He makes the catch. Was it just a popsicle? Was that what he called it, Dawson? Okay. But in the group me, just ground ball to the right side by Jaden Perez. That's gobbled up by Spencer Yu, and Perez retired on the first pitch he sees. What did he call this? Bomb pop unis. Bomb pop. And I'm not a big, popsicle guy. I let my wife purchase the popsicles for the grandkids. So we're just kind of plain Jane. You either get a green one, a red one, an orange one, or purple one, something like that. They got green and yellow. Ken, you don't give your grandkids popsicles? 0-2, catches the outside. Wow, that was a pretty subdued strike 3 call by Frank Pillow, but that's a Safeware strikeout, third of the ball game for Jacob Newman. You talk about subdued, but there's a 1-2-3 inning for the Rhythm. They need that. Time to get the old Hickory steel press bats going as we head to the bottom of the third. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese, Andrew Holmes back on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Bomb Pops uniforms. Tina Myers says red, white, and blue. I don't see a whole lot of white on that, Tina. And that blue is definitely not USA blue. Is that throw down to second base is sailed over the head of the bag. Just something you pick up as a former catcher. What do those throws look like in between innings? Because you never know when a coach might be watching or listening in. There are coaches I see on the feed from time to time that I know. I don't call them out most of the time. First pitch swinging Spencer Yu. He must have seen that stat that my buddy Jim Gibbs sent me about the batting average is so high on the 0-0 count. Pitcher's trying to get ahead. I think it's like a 400 batting average in college baseball on an 0-0 count. And as the count goes down and you get behind in the count, that batting average goes down. 1-1 is the count now to you, and now it's 1-2 to you. 5'10", 200-pound rising sophomore from George Washington University, son of Jim and Aaron Yu, brother to Andrew. Pop and Graham are in Westerly, Rhode Island. Ama and Agon, they hang out in Henderson, don't call it Hendersonville, Nevada. Not Kentucky. It's in Nevada. 5 games for George Washington last year. Got a hit in 5 at-bats. Slide. And another diving catch by Chris Henson. What are you doing over there? You're a catcher at first base. Put another star by that one for Henson. He loves being out of the gear, apparently. He took a hit away from you. It's now 5 straight retired by Blake Althusius. Top of the lineup, Cade Moore, a strikeout victim in the bottom of the first. Who's pulling yard card? Dawson Sweeney is teammate at Trevecca. I mean, there are Trojans everywhere. Josh Carmen, of course, is an assistant coach at Trevecca Nazarene in Nashville. Off the end of the bat goes foul. That would have been embarrassing, Dawson. That would have been embarrassing. You lose your yard card because Cade Moore hits a little nubber back to the pitcher. 0-2 count. Chopper to third. A.J. Armstrong has to wait back. Glove. Strong throw. Does not get Cade Moore. Bang, bang play at first. And Cade Moore reaches on the infield single. High chopper to Armstrong. The only play he had was to stay back. And Cade Moore hustles down to first. Third hit for the Rhythm in the ball game. That brings up John Paul Head, who got the first hit of the ball game. Ground ball right up the middle. Still has not been a home run hit here at Drakes Creek field number 3. 375 to dead center, 345 in the alleys, 320 down the lines. John Paul Head just hit a pop-up out of play, a AAA autoglass foul ball. Some little guy in a blue shirt probably going to go get that ball, take it to the merch pavilion, and get a little squishy ball that says AAA autoglass, or it has their logo and the Rhythm pick, guitar pick logo on it. Pretty cool little souvenir, honestly. 0-2 pitch is not made as Althusius falls off the mound. Toe pick, and Moore moves down to second on the balk. Tim Ferguson, our PA man, hollering over the microphone, "You can't do that." I don't know why. That's kind of Bush League, Tim. Don't do that. I'm just kidding. He did not do that.
As far as we know.
We saw a ball go in the air. All of a sudden, I looked down from my paper and looked up. I saw a ball right in front of the press box. It's one of those squishy balls. I thought it was a baseball coming from the field. Now a runner in scoring position. John Paul Head, the leading RBI man in the league, at the plate. You know what that means. Bad news for the Railroaders. Runner from second takes off, pitches, sliced down that right field line. If it's fair, it's trouble. And it is fair, and it's trouble. Head heading to second base, drops the anchor, gets in there standing for a do-dat double. Drives in Cade Moore. And this game is tied. John Paul Head's 7th double of the year. Right down that right field line. Dylan Cool could not get there. Jake Merrick steps to the plate. Ken Stegall using his yard card for Jake Merrick, who has none home runs so far. Back-to-back hits for the Rhythm. Let's see if they can go back-to-back-to-back, as that might be called a wild pitch. Just a bit outside. Tried to catch the corner and missed. It hit the dirt. It was just way behind Johnny Bloom. So down to third goes John Paul Head on the wild pitch. It doesn't mean that Jake Merrick still can't ride one out of here, because he's still allowed. It's in the rules. 1-0 pitch. Ground ball up the middle. That'll score a run. On the run is Matthew Reinhart, and he gets Jake Merrick at first base, but John Paul Head comes in to score the go-ahead run. Nice play there by Reinhart, going away from first base to throw out Merrick. So I'm going to put a star by that one for Reinhart, with a Rhythm taking the lead here in the third. We had a mistype on the scoreboard earlier. Somehow a gremlin got in and put an extra run up there on the board for the Fulton Railroaders, but Andrew Holmes, Mr. Johnny on the spot, he found that quickly, and he said, no, not on my watch. Trey Simmons drove in the first run of the game. At the plate now with a 2-ball, no strike count. Simmons, a transfer in the portal from Lincoln Memorial University, 6'1", 205-pound rising sophomore from Hendersonville, Tennessee. Hey, that's right where we are. Went to Beach High School. He's a criminal justice major, looking for a new place to play baseball. The son of Keith and Amy Simmons, brother to Kaylee. Paul and Ma, they're down there where my grandchildren and Mommy and Daddy are located. Not sure where Shannon, Mississippi is located. Papa and Mimi, they're right up here in Hendersonville. Jackson Benjamin is his mentor. Haven't seen New Jack City here. Former Rhythm pitcher, also pitched at Lenore Ryan, now living here in Hendersonville. as we have a full count ministries, full count with 2 out, nobody on. I'm losing my voice from kids camp, folks. A full count first pitch, foul ball, gets out of play. AAA Autoglass foul ball. I mean, they are dishing out the squishy balls. Premium shower glass, mirror solutions, custom closet systems, door and bath hardware. AAA Autoglass ground ball. That's going to hop into the Rotors dugout. The Rotors feeling right at home here in Trace Creek Park because there is a railroad track just on past field 13, past the right field wall. Might hear a train later. 3-2 is low and inside. Trey Simmons reaches for the second time in this ball game. First walk of the game for Althusius. Blake. Easier if you don't want to say that last name. Lori Bailey listening in on Facebook. Bomb Sickle. What's the difference between bomb sickle and bomb cycle? As soon as I looked at it, I thought, that's bomb cycle. But then I realized you're talking about the pop sickles. Parker Staborski flew out to finish the first, and he's going to ground out into a fielder's choice to end the third. With the Rhythm score 2 on 2 hits, the big blow, the John Paul Head double to pick up his 22nd RBI of the year. 2 hits, no errors. 1 runner was left on base. We are 1/3 of the way through this ball game, and the Rhythm lead 3-2. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Go ahead. Jacob Newman on the mound for Full Count, facing 7, 8, and 9 in the Rotors lineup. Trevor Sauceman, he saw one pitch in his first at-bat, and it plunked him right in the back. He cried and cried. I'm just kidding. He did not. He just went on down to first base. Looks at the first pitch from Newman and misses outside. Ended up scoring the first run of the ball game for the Rotors. Pops this one up and out of play. It will get off, onto and off of the new building down the third base line. Scramble from a bunch of blue shirts. A Full Count Rhythm Camp shirt for 2025. Breaking pitch misses outside. Sauceman is the DH tonight. Also plays first base. He's also from Willamette University. Hometown Sherman Oaks, California. Takes a called strike. 6'2", 250. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Breaking pitch drops right across the plate in a very subdued strike 3 call. Once again, for a Safeway strikeout. Fourth strikeout of the night for Newman. He has retired 6, and 4 of them have been by the Safeway strikeout. This one a backward K. A.J. Armstrong singled into right center field, went to second on an error by the center fielder. Later scored, pops this one up and out of play. AAA Autoglass foul ball. Locations in Tennessee and Kentucky. So if you're in Fulton, Kentucky, and you get a foul ball off the windshield or maybe even a rock, I know driving around in Fulton, there's a few rocks on the road. Called AAA Autoglass. 1-888-40 Glass. 1-2 pitch to Anakin Jack Armstrong. That is swung on and hit somewhere. That's a base hit in the left field. Never saw it off the bat. AJ with another hit. He's 2 for 2. Looking out there thinking it went to center field to see Parker Staborski. He's he's not doing much. Had to look over at Charlie Bozeman, and he's bending down fielding a ground ball. Got these hinted windows up here in the press box. I will not be sorry to see this building go when they get to doing the demolition. We're hoping that they do here at the City Park, Hendersonville Park. Andy Gilla and crew. Matthew Reinhart grounded out, pitcher to first in the second inning. Not bunting as that pitch is yanked low and outside. 1 out, 1 on. Armstrong now 2 for 2. Paducah Chiefs taking on the Madisonville Miners. Chiefs up 4-0. Another one yanked. Throw down to first, and back in time is Armstrong. Another shutout going on. The Henderson Flash. 5-0 over the Hoptown Hoppers, who are having a tough time early in the season. Got 1 win on the year. 2-1 pitch. Armstrong does not go, and that fastball gets in there for a called strike.
He went to this high school, but he was at
Willamette University's in Oregon. I think Charlie Forbett, the general manager, went to Willamette. Now he's brought Trevor Sossman and Matthew Reinhart from Willamette. Logan Haslam, the pitching coach for the Henderson Flash, as that full count Ministries full count. That just missed outside. Ball 4, first walk of the game by Newman, as the last 2 have now reached. He retired the first 6 that he faced, 4 by strikeout. Then Armstrong with the single to left. Now Reinhart reaches on the walk. Runners at first and second. Jacob Lott, the leadoff batter, stands in. And Mark Dixon, the father of our birthday boy, Tim Dixon, today, says the score is actually a full count. You're right. He's a numbers guy. Professor at the University of South Dakota. Actually a science guy. I guess there's a bunch of math and science. Unless you're just putting a pinch here and a pinch there. But probably measure stuff out. Lined out to right field. Back goes John Paul Head. He makes the catch. Over the shoulder, gets it ball back into the infield quickly, and runners have to stay at first and second. Lott walked his first 2 times that he came to the plate. First time that he's faced Jacob Newman. Now 2 outs, and Dylan Cool, who was a strikeout victim, the first batter that Jacob Newman faced in the second. He struck out twice. Hayden Choate got him in the first. Righty versus a lefty matchup.
So
Raking pitch misses up and away.
first game, he didn't like hit for a few weeks, because he was one of the best hitters, 24, and then I guess they
Sneaking in behind Armstrong is Moore, but Newman comes to the plate and sails that one farther outside. So Cool's only hit so far in the first 3 games that he's played was, I believe, is a home run. It's a two-run home run, I believe. I think that was that comeback victory against, I think that might have been Madisonville, lined off the screen. Rotors were down by 2 in that game. It was against Madisonville back on June 8th.
first starts good.
Ended up winning that game 10-9.
He hit 95.
Another foul ball. Ms. Fulton defeated the Madisonville Miners 10-9 in that game. 2-run home run by Dylan Cool. He's now 0 for his last 6.
If he could throw 95 consistently.
2-2 pitch, grounded to the third baseman. Jake Merrick get on the high hop, and he'll step on third base right before A.J. Armstrong can get there as Cool grounds into a fielder's choice. 5 unassisted down at third. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. Heading to the bottom of the 4th, Rhythm with a full count lead, 3-2 over the Rotors. You're listening and watching the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Carly Bozeman, Jonathan Stewart, and Landon Ward to face Blake Althusius. On for his 4th inning. Bunch of pink shirts being given out behind the press box to a bunch of what look like softball players, but not sure if those folks are still around. I don't know that there's any other games going on here at Drakes Creek Park tonight. Rhythm will be on the road again up in Henderson, Kentucky tomorrow. Bozeman hit a sharp ground ball down to Chris Henson at first base. His first at-bat. Henson robbed him of extra bases. One of 2 sparkling plays by Henson. Two-0 pitch. Taken for a ball. Now 3-0 to Bozeman. 4-pitch walk to Charlie Bozeman to lead off the fourth. Second walk of the game by Althusius. Now Coach Stu, they were calling him at field number 9. He had the 9-10-year-old group, along with Tim Dixon and Peyton Vaught. Who else was over there? Doug Dorn. Coach Stu. Swings and misses at the first pitch he sees. Good time for Jonathan to pick up his first hit. Rhythm want to put some distance between them and the Rotors. Rotors will be back home tomorrow night to take on the Paducah Chiefs. Then on Saturday, they will travel to Madisonville. Everybody has Father's Day off on Sunday. Then the Railroaders back on the road at Henderson on Monday before coming back home to take on the Hoppers. Stewart takes a healthy hack there, comes up empty. Rhythm will be back home against the Hoptown Hoppers. Day off and another home game. Stewart takes a breaking pitch outside. And a full count, Ministries full count to Jonathan Stewart, Landon Ward on deck. Stewart grounded out the third in the second inning. See if they send the runner. He is not off, and a swing and a miss. Stewart down on strikes. Third strikeout of the ball game by Althusius. Landon Ward flew out to right field in a 1-2-3 second for the Rhythm. This is the only 2-day stretch where this season where full count is at home 2 nights in a row. Next week they are at home 2 nights, 2 games in a row, but it's broken up by the off day on Sunday, the 15th. Runner takes off, pitches fouled to the screen, but Charlie Bozeman gets some head first sliding practice in at second base, but he'll return to the bag. Bozeman's 3 for 3 in stolen base attempts. Rhythm 35 out of 39. Throw over to first. Bozeman is back. Little E has shown up here in the press box. Looks like he just got out of the shower. Why are you all wet? You been running around? Sweaty boy? 0-2 pitch misses high and away. Did you get any AAA on glass foul balls tonight? Yeah. You're only 5, and there's a whole bunch of 9, 10, 11, and 12-year-old kids. They're a little faster than you. 1-2 pitch to Landon Ward. He's been on 2 trips to Nicaragua. And this time he's going to have a trip back to the dugout as he takes a called strike. Back-to-back strikeouts. This is not as far a trip as it is to Nicaragua. To get down to Managua, you fly to Miami and then get on a flight to Managua, Nicaragua. Then you get off of there and get on a bus, sometimes mostly a short bus. I don't know. Wilson was the last time when you went down there. How big a bus was it? It was a regular size bus? No? Okay, so a short bus, a 4-hour ride to Mazante, Nicaragua, up into the mountains. A little stop at Max Polly in Esteli. That's their Walmart. Oh, pitch is a strike. Throw is not made down to second base as Bozeman picks up his 4th swipe of the season. Spencer Yude takes a called strike. He's down in the count 0-2. Lined out to the Gold Glove winner, Chris Henson, down there at first base. Let's see if he can get one by the NHL goalie. Nice job right there to fight off a good pitch. Count remains 0-2. Little Lee, you want to get on the horn here? We'll talk to you in between innings. Get this over to you. Eli's been working on his little bumper that we're going to try to work in. Go ahead and put this on, little man. Runner from second goes, pitches high, and the throw goes into left field. Charlie Bozeman has just manufactured a run. So a steal of third and an E2. Ken? He's in agreement, our official scorer. About 4 people to my left. And the Rhythm now lead 4-2. Walk, stolen base, and an error. Now Spencer Yu with a 1-2 pitch is high. On deck, leadoff man Cade Moore. Spencer playing in his 5th game, hitting .333. He's got 4 hits, all singles. Play a little bat the ball with your glove there. So that pitch was a little bit high. Hits off for the top of the catcher's mitt. And hey, Eli, what do we have when it's 3 balls and 2 strikes? What do we have? We have what kind of full count? A full count, Ministries, full count. There's a sharp ground ball. Austin Phillips gloves. Sidearm delivery over to Chris Henson. Retires Spencer Yu. The Rhythm, 1 run. It was unearned. Because of the error that got him home. No hits. 1 error. He would have scored on that 3rd out ground ball, wouldn't he? All right, you got that microphone up there where we can hear you? Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Time with Eli, my 5-year-old grandson. Say hello to everybody.
Hello.
Say hello. Full Count Rhythm fans and Fulton Railroaders fans. Can you say all that?
No.
You know what? Let's just go ahead and start right on off with what you've memorized. So your dad sent me a recording of you. So what we do would be play a commercial and then play another commercial, and then we have some music going. And now you're going to say, go ahead and say what you said on the recording.
Now let's get back to my grandpa, Tim Reese, for a Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
That was great. That was fantastic. He's been working on that for a couple of days. His mom and dad have both been working on that. This little boy right here, he can memorize scripture. He's memorized some scripture. I won't ask him for that tonight. But he just got done memorizing that little bumper. He hadn't even been to kindergarten yet. So I got both my grandsons working on a bumper for me that we'll put into the broadcast at some future date. As we have a Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen. Let's see who we got out here. Is that the birthday boy? It is. The birthday boy, Tim Dixon, the new pitcher. He stays in the host home of Tim and Susan Reese. He is 22 years old today. Did you know that? Did you know today was Tim Dixon, our left-handed pitcher's birthday today?
No.
You didn't know that? How'd that get by you? He's going to face Austin Phillips, Chris Henson, and Jaden Perez from North Central University. He's on in relief of Jacob Newman, who goes 2 2/3 innings. Dixon slings one up there that's fouled off. A crafty lefty, he could be known as. Let's get the biographical information. The son of Mark and Sonny Dixon. He hails from Vermilion, North Dakota. Nope. South Dakota. Let's get our Dakotas right. Vermilion, South Dakota. His father is biology professor at the University of South Dakota. He is a rising senior at North Central University in Minneapolis. That's popped up to the right side. Not sure if there will be enough room. It will not stay in the field of play, and that's going to be a AAA autoglass foul ball. The next one, you got that one. The next one, okay. Austin Phillips is 0 for 2. Now down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Right-handed hitter, 3-hole hitter, spiked in the ground. Dixon, 5'10", 200 pounds. He likes Smoothie King. He has a grandma he calls Noy that lives in Des Moines, Iowa. Line drive out to left field. Bozeman dives. Can't come up with that one, and it falls at his feet. Throw back in keeps Phillips at first base. Base hit for Phillips. Third hit of the ball game, and the first player not known or not named A.J. Armstrong to get a base hit. Tim Dixon's mentor is Eric Alexander, and Tim Dixon stays in the host home of my lovely wife and I. Now with a runner at first, nobody out. Chris Henson walked and popped up. Throw over to first. Phillips is back. This is Dixon's 4th appearance of the year, 4 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 7 runs. Only 3 of those earned. Walked 4, struck out 1, 6 1/4 ERA. Looking for a ground ball to a middle infielder here. Misses with the breaking pitch. He lies standing by after Henson bats. Dixon delivers low. Ball 2. Now 3 balls and no strikes. A lot of soft contact when Dixon gets the ball in the strike zone. There's a called strike. Right-handed hitting first baseman Chris Henson from Southwest Tennessee, awaiting the 3-1 and lined into center field. That will get down in front of Parker Staborski. Back-to-back hits by the Railroaders as the first 2 have reached here in the 5th. Now the redshirt freshman from Vol State Community College from Miami, Florida steps in. Hayden Choate started the game, went 1 1/3, 1 hit, 2 runs. Shows in Game Changer that one of those runs is earned, but Ken Stegall will make that change at the end of the ball game as Perez looks at a called strike on the inside corner. Jacob Newman goes 2 2/3 innings, 1 hit, no runs, walks 1, strikes out 4. He faces 10 batters, gives way to Tim Dixon. It gets another strike called on the lefty-lefty matchup. Jaden Perez not thrilled with that call from Frank Pillow, the home plate umpire. Mason Davidson down at first base. Jason Carey, his second game of the year here, as is, I believe, Mason Davidson's at least second. 0-2, runner at second takes off, pitch is stroked into right field. That's down for a base hit. 1 run will score, and the runners are going to stay at first and second. An RBI single and 3 straight hits for the Rotors. All right, Eli, we'll turn you back up. Tell me, how'd you like kids camp this week? Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it.
Who were your coaches?
I can't remember all of them. I can only remember Spencer.
Spencer, he's playing second base tonight. Do you remember what number Spencer U is?
Number 5.
Do you know anybody that played for the Red Sox 6U team this year that wore the number 5?
No.
It was you. It was you. Hey, in the missions night, were you here for missions night when they were auctioning off the uniforms?
I don't think so.
I think so. I think your dad bought one.
Oh yeah.
What did he do with it?
We got number 8.
Number 8. What did he hang on to it?
Yep.
Where is it? Is it
House.
Is it at your house?
Yeah.
Why did you think your dad got the number 8?
Because I wanted it.
Why do you want 8?
Just number 8.
Why
I
not
wanted
5?
to pick 52 because 5 was already picked.
Spencer, I tried to bid on it, and Spencer's parents got it for $50. If I'd have known, I'd have bid 55 and made the U's at least pay 60 for it. That's what I did with number 7, Carson Howard, is squaring around a bunt and laying it down foul as Johnny Bloom, as runners are at first and second. So why did you pick 8? Is that because it was Andrew Perry's number last year? Andrew was one of your favorite players last year. He stayed at Grandpa's house. Is that why you like number 8? Well, I mean, your daddy likes the number 7. That was his hockey number. Your number was 5. Your daddy's got $55. He could have bid 55 on Spencer's number. Made the U's come up. That pitch nearly hits Bloom and goes to the backstop. Runners will move up to second and third on the wild pitch. Okay, so now the strategy comes out, bidding on mediums. Jake Merrick wears number 8. I guess his family was not bidding. You didn't outbid Mama Merrick, did you? Nobody likes that 1-2 pitch. And that's going to ring up. Johnny Bloom, the subdued strike 3 call, strikes again. They just got to wait for the batter to start walking to the dugout. And that's you know what the strikeout is? It's a Safeware strikeout. You said.
And that is a Safeware strikeout.
There you go. Safeware strikeout. That's out number 1.
Safeware.
Intentional walk to Sostman. Lefty versus lefty. And intentional base on balls. Loads the bases. A.J. Armstrong's only 2 for 2 today. And he gets on base at a large percentage of time. Does A.J. Armstrong. In the TCCAA, the Tennessee JUCO Conference this year, he led the conference in highest percentage of walks per at-bat. At one point in time, it was 29%. as that pitch whispers at the inside corner. Armstrong ended up walking 27 times. He had 90 official at-bats. 1-1 pitch misses outside. Inning started with a single by Austin Phillips to left. Chris Henson singled up the middle. Phillips running on the pitch as Jaden Perez lined a single into right field. Perez picked up the RBI. Johnny Bloom struck out looking. And an intentional walk has loaded the bases after a wild pitch moved Henson and Perez to third and second, respectively. 2-2 pitch coming. Tim Dixon looking for the ground ball to a infielder. Raking pitch lands low and inside, and a full count Ministries, full count.
Full count Ministries, full count.
There you go, and a full count Ministries, full count. Pitch is high, and ball four loads or ties the game. Second walk. Henson comes in. First walk was intentional, but it is charged to Tim Dixon. Swinging a AAA autoglass foul ball. My bad. That should have been you. Pam Roche, I believe, is Jake's grandmother, if I remember correctly. I don't know where that pitch missed, but it apparently missed. Jake's medium was a little bit too small. Pappy can't fit in the medium. Yeah, Grandpa can't either, as that ball's lined up the middle, but it could be two. Moore slides, tags second, and the throw to first is not in time to get the runner, so that'll be an RBI to Matthew Reinhart as he reaches on the fielder's choice. Out at second is A.J. Armstrong. And the Rotors now lead 5-4. Moore had to go up the middle just a little bit too far to snag that ground ball, and he had to come back to step on second. And his throw to Reinhart was just a hair late. Jacob Lott is the eighth batter to come to the plate, and he lines one out to center field. That will get down in front of Parker Staborski, and another run comes in. Fourth hit of the inning for the Rotors. Trevor Sossman, who was intentionally walked, comes in to score. Dylan Cool, 0 for 3. Dixon trying to get out of the inning. Lefty on lefty matchup. I got to believe that this is his final batter, whether he retires him or not. Again, we cannot see from our vantage point the Rhythm bullpen. Of course, even with that building not there, we never used to be able to see it. There was a tree in the way. And the tent, yes, the Framework Athletics hospitality tent. Framework Athletics hospitality area now is the other half of the merch pavilion. Hit by pitch. Dylan Cool is plunked. And that is now 9 batters. Let's see if Josh Carman coming out of the dugout. Not so far. Austin Phillips, who led off the inning with a single to left, stepping to the plate. Looks like Coach Carman going to let it ride. Not the birthday celebration that Tim Dixon had hoped for today. 1-0 pitch. That's lined off the glove of Jake Merrick. Then at third, one run's going to score. They're going to send the runner. The throw is not in time. 2-run single for Austin Phillips. And this game is getting out of control for the Rhythm. 2 hits in the inning for Phillips. Matthew Reinhardt and Jacob Lott come in. Poole moves down to second. I'm guessing we are low on arms, and that's why Tim Dixon is going to have to take this one for the team. Popped up. Shallow center field. Staborski comes on, and he's going to make the catch to end the inning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runs come in on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. 8-4 as the Railroaders have put a 6 spot on the top of the 5th. So we'll have one last bit with Eli as I'm waving at somebody. I can't see. Who am I waving at? Oh, Avery. Cousins. Eli's cousins. Eli, tell me what your most fun part of kids camp was.
Playing Wicked Pickle.
Wicked Pickle is the game of choice. What do you like most about Wicked Pickle?
When we get to run to bases.
You just run around the bases, don't you? Is it fun when you get tug out, though?
No.
That's no fun, is it? No. And then after you get tug out, what do you like to go do? You like to go run races with Grandpa? Okay, Grandpa puts his hands out, and 2 of you players run at and see who wins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You had your cousin Jack with you this week, too, didn't you?
Yeah.
Jack had fun. He liked that. You know what Jack's favorite game was, though, I think?
What?
Is when Grandpa would peg him with my soft little squishy balls. He liked to run around and see if I could hit him with those. That was his most fun. All right. Well, Grandpa's going to get back to work, buddy. So I'm going to have to say so long. We have a new pitcher on the mound for the Railroaders. So I got to look up some information. All right. You're going to say, let's get back to my grandpa. You want to do that again? Say that again.
Now let's get back to my grandpa for more Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Thank you, Eli. All right, buddy. Good job. All right. We got a new pitcher. Is Heim with Eli as he takes the headset off and says, my ears are sweaty. First pitch swinging. Who is up the bat here? That's Cade Moore, the leadoff batter, facing a new pitcher. Who we got out there, Tim?
That's all I got to. It's 30
So is this their newest player right here? Or I don't think he's played. That ball's lined over the leaping Austin Phillips into left field. Cade Moore picks up his second knock of the ball game. Railroaders wearing their chocolate brown tops, gray bottoms, trimmed in orange. That is Troy Jocelyn out on the mound. Hard throwing right-hander, looks like. Delivers the first pitch to John Paul Head outside. 5 hits now for the Rhythm. Somebody calling their yard card. Who's that? Tim Ferguson? All right. Public address announcer. Predicting that John Paul Head's going to hit his 4th home run. He's got a single and a double and an RBI, 2 runs scored. Probably he's the best choice for a yard card on Full Count's squad. Jocelyn, an incoming freshman to Jackson State Community College, is what the internet says. And you can trust everything on the internet. From Medina, Tennessee, 6 foot, 160 pounds. That's what it said, I think, on his perfect game profile. A utility player, runner from first goes, swing and a miss. But John Paul Head, I thought maybe he got a piece of that, but he's walking to the dugout as a stolen base for Moore after J.P. Head strikes out for out number 1. Well, Jake Merrick looking for his first hit of the ball game. He's 0 for 2. Grounded out to the second baseman, drove in a run in his last at bat. Wow, pitch is going to move Moore to third base. Gosselin spiked that one down into the artificial turf. Could not be handled by Johnny Bloom. Off speed pitch misses low and inside. Now 3 balls and no strikes. Merrick struck out in the first, grounded out in the third. Trey Simmons on deck. There's a fastball right down Broadway. Althusius goes 4 innings, gives up 4 hits, 4 runs, 2 are earned. Swing and a miss on a ball that gets away from the catcher. Apparently fouled at the plate. Cade Moore will have to go back to third base. Umpire will go out and give Bloom a little time to recuperate. Althusius walked 2 and struck out 4. $78 pitches delivered by Blake Althusius. Full Count Ministries, full count, says the scoreboard, and Jake Merrick draws a walk. And he retakes the walk lead for Full Count Rhythm. He and John Paul Head battling in that category. Now Trey Simmons steps to the plate. He's got a long ball, hit a 3-run homer in the first against the Madisonville Miners the other day. Has a single in this game and also has walked. He's been on base both times he's come to the plate. Looks at a pitch outside. I think I'm going to go ahead and call yard card here. Trey Simmons, see if he can put the rhythm back in this ball game after giving up the 6th spot in the top half of the 5th. Did not get to our Full Count Rhythm history spotlight. Having time with Eli, we'll try to get that in the between the top and the bottom of the 6th. Foul ball. Swing and a miss. Simmons comes up empty. Todd Neal says the 2-1 pitch is the biggest pitch. Trey Simmons just swung through one. 2-2 pitch. I don't know where that one missed, but for Rhythm fans, pretty happy. Gets to a Full Count Ministries full count. Parker Staborski on deck. Merrick leads off first, does not go. Chopper to the third base. A.J. Armstrong gets it on the high hop. Over to second for one. Throw to first. Diving play by Chris Henson to keep that ball off the wall, and Simmons grounds into a fielder's choice. There goes my yard card.
For a split second, it was clear, and then it blurred out.
Parker Staborski 0 for 2. Swing and a miss. Eight to 5, the Rhythm trail here in the bottom of the fifth. Runner from first takes off, grounded up the middle. Austin Phillips' play is going to have to be to first, and coming off the bag was Trace Simmons, and they almost had a play on him. But I believe that's going to be an E6 to allow Staborski to reach. Second error of the game for the Rotors. Austin Phillips almost saw a gift right there as Simmons came off the base at second as he dropped the baseball. Almost regathered and tugged Simmons out. That would not have been good. 0 for 1, Charlie Bozeman. Looks at a pitch high. Bozeman with 2 on is the tying run at the plate. Two outs. Troy Jocelyn on for the Rotors. Now 3 balls and no strikes. Sam Roach says, awesome job, Eli. A broadcaster in the making. 4 pitch walk to Bozeman. That's the second time he's drawn a base on balls. Second walk of the inning by Troy Jocelyn.
Outside of California, Tennessee, somewhat. Yeah, at least in the AAA.
Of a trip to the mound. Didn't see who that was. That may be the head coach, J.D. Willis, who is a former pitcher. I believe he pitched for Henderson Flash last year. I think that's who that is, the head coach. Oh, I'm mispronouncing Mrs. Simmons. Kasha, not Kasha. I did not get schooled on that. Thank you for the correct pronunciation. I'll try to make a change on that. First pitch of Jonathan Stewart misses down. I believe this is still Stewart. 0 for 2. Looks at a called strike. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. 1-2 pitch, misses outside. Stewart grounded out the third and struck out in the fourth. Rhythm with 1 run in the inning on 1 hit so far. The error has extended the inning. 2-2 pitch, that's going to catch the outside corner. And Stewart is down on strikes. Rhythm pick up 1 run on 1 hit. There was 1 error and 3 runners left on base. 8-5. After 5. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to Absolute Wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hendersonville Firefighters Association called to the bullpen for the Rhythm. Eli Emery, the 4th pitcher on for Full Count. From Quincy University, Eli Emery, 6'1", 185-pound redshirt freshman from Mount Juliet, Tennessee. Aviation major at Quincy in Illinois, the son of John and Jennifer Emery, brother to Claire and Ben. Grandpa Jim and Grandma Sarah are in Mount Juliet. Papa Charles is in Grand Prairie, Texas. Eli, a private pilot. He has 60-plus hours of flight time. On in relief of Tim Dixon. Dixon went an inning, gave up 5 hits, 6 runs, all earned. Ended up walking 2 batters, also plunked a batter. Did pick up a strikeout. And we're going to record this one. He had a strikeout on the very first batter he faced. Full Count Rhythm uniform, but for some reason the Hoptown Hoppers official score did not credit him with a strikeout. Said that batter grounded out to short. I was there. That's not how it happened. Emery facing Jaden Perez, Johnny Bloom, and Trevor Sossman here in the 6th. Emery having a little trouble finding the plate against Perez. Jaden single drove in a run in the 5th inning. He's 1 for 3. Fastball misses down. Eli's on for his 3rd appearance of the year. He's got 1 inning, given up 1 hit, 5 runs that were earned, has walked 4 batters, struck out 1. He has also hit a batter. 0-1 record, and he delivers a 4-pitch walk to Jaden Perez. Command and control has been the issue early with Emery on the mound. Do you thank Hendersonville Firefighters Association, Chris Williard, and the firefighters here in Hendersonville for their support of Full Count Rhythm Baseball and for their service to the community. Chris is a great guy. Been a long time Full Count Ministry supporter. Johnny Bloom steps in. He's 0 for 3. And first pitch misses inside. Perez sees the ball come out of Stewart's glove, and he's in there. Is that another pass ball? Or okay. Pops out of his glove, and Perez heads down to second. So he was not stealing on the play till he saw the ball hit the ground. So I got a pass ball. Low and inside. Emery has delivered 6 outside of the zone here to start the top of the 6th inning. Trevor Sossman waiting his turn on deck. And another one is Stewart throws a fastball back to Emery about knee high. Eight runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for Fulton. That's going to be a hit by pitch and not a walk to Johnny Bloom on the 3-0. He shows his elbow to Frank Pillow, who calls timeout. Now Jonathan Stewart's going to go out and have a chat with Eli Emery, who has thrown 8 pitches out of the strike zone. Hayden Choate got the start. He pitched to 10 batters. Jacob Newman pitched to 10 batters. Was able to get 8 outs. Choate got 4 outs. Tim Dixon faced 11 batters and got 3 outs. Not been a particularly great day on the mound for the Rhythm. Not sure how many they have in the pipeline for tonight. Dawson Sweeney's not one of them. He pitched last night. 2 innings, faced 6 batters, struck out 5. Was our Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game. He's up here learning how to run the scoreboard. It's going to make him a few dollars. It's a paying gig. Oh, he just found that out.
Told him maybe, but I wasn't 100% sure.
A walk to Jaden Perez, a hit by a pitch to Johnny Bloom, and now ball 1 to Sossman. Fielders can't make plays if the pitcher doesn't throw a strike. Still some campers here at the ballpark. It's not a school night for most people. 2-0 pitch, misses high and away. On deck, A.J. Armstrong. Pretty slim chances right here that Sossman's going to be swinging on a 3-0 pitch. And he's hit by a pitch. Let's check our score up here. Do we have the correct score on our score bug? Thank you for the audit of our scoreboard. You did not miss a run, Dolores. Gonna have to fire Andrew Holmes. It's got to go. We're working on apparently an issue with Game Changer, I guess. Ken, you had an issue over there? Okay, he's catching up as Josh Carmen is out of the dugout, and that will end Eli Emery's outing, I would assume. Although there has been one time that he's gone out and not gotten the pitcher, but this is not that time. So we'll have a Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we return right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen. Peyton Vaught is the new pitcher on for Full Count, 6'2", 205-pound right-hander, rising sophomore at Virginia Military Institute. From Amelia, Virginia, son of Robert and Carrie Vaught, brother to Anna and Jack. Papa and Nanny in Lynchburg, Virginia. She stays at the host home of Eric and Tina Stewart. On in relief, he's going to come into a bases loaded, no out situation as Eli Emery threw 12 pitches and did not get a pitch over the plate. He struggled to 3 batters, walked the first one, hit the next 2. So 1 walk, no strikeouts, 2 hit batters for Emery. And Peyton Vaught with a V as in victory will come on for his 4th appearance of the year. Peyton has also had a bit of problems with control. 2 in the 3rd innings, giving up 2 hits, 3 runs. 2 of those are earned. Has walked 5, but he struck out 4, and he's also plunked a batter. He has the only save of the year for Full Count. This is not a save situation. He's going to face A.J. Armstrong with the bases loaded here in the top of the 6th inning. 5th pitcher of the game for Full Count. And I have 8-5 on my score sheet. Pretty sure that's what Ken Stegall, our official score from the scorers table, has. As Vaught delivers a very, very hard fastball, but it's outside of the zone. Now ball 14 delivered by Full Count pitching. A.J. Armstrong has a good eye at the plate. He walks a lot. Walked his last time up. He's 2 for 2. All 3. Full Count's infield is drawn in. There's a strike. The first one of the inning. Vaught working quickly, trying to get in the groove. 3-1 pitch, ball 4, and A.J. Armstrong picks up an RBI the easy way. His Pioneer teammate Jaden Perez comes across the plate. Now it's 9-5. That run charged to Eli Emery, and that'll bring up Matthew Reinhardt. Got an RBI and a fielder's choice last time he came to the plate. Rotors scored 6 runs in the 5th inning on 5 hits. All those off of Tim Dixon. And the 3rd hit batter of the inning is going to bring in another run for the Rotors. Rhythm just gifting the Rotors runs now. A forgettable inning. Matthew Reinhardt down. Might need a visit from Brad Swope, our trainer. I think he's on the outside of the playing surface. I see him walking now in front of the stands on the Rotors side. He'll enter the field in the first base dugout. Fifth hit batter of the ball game by Rhythm pitching. Still nobody out, 2 runs in. And no hits. Now back to the top of the lineup. Walk, hit by pitch, walk, hit by pitch to the first 5 Rotors batters. Loris Harrell rooting for AJ. Roger asking. Yes, Roger. Jaden Perez is 1 for 2 with 2 walks. If I said otherwise, that was incorrect. Jacob Lott with a stick in his hand. Not sure we're still waiting on Matthew Reinhardt down at the first base line. Brad Swope. It looks like we're probably going to. Thought maybe we were going to get. Did you go to camera 3 down here? Thought we were going to get a pinch runner. But Reinhardt still down there just past the first base bag talking to the Rhythm trainer. Looks like he might have got hit on the left arm. Trying to flex that left elbow. He is the Rotors' second baseman. Significant injury delay right here. You would have thought that would have been able to come back a little quicker or gotten a replacement, but maybe Fulton doesn't have any extra players to bring in at this position. The other night, they didn't have any pitchers to throw against. I think that was Henderson. Jaden Perez got the start. He's the center fielder tonight for Fulton, and he hasn't pitched since high school. A.J. Armstrong came in at a third base, as they are now making a change. Is it number 8? There we go. Number 8 is the new runner at first base, Sam Belt from Clarksville, Tennessee. So Sam Belt, who does play second base, enters the ball game as the first pitch to Jacob Lott in there for a called strike. Corners are in, and the short and second are at double play depth. Jacob Lott is 1 for 2. He's also walked twice. Swing and a miss as Peyton Vaught loses his lid, and there's a Safeware strikeout. 3 straight strikes to Lott. Route number 1. Dylan Cool will stand in now. He's 0 for 3. He's also been hit by a pitch. Four straight strikes. The string has been broken. 2 runs in the inning, no hits, unless you count hit by pitches. And there's been 3 of those. Swing and a miss. Hey, look what happens when you throw strikes. Vaught ahead in the count 1-2. Does not get the call on the outside fastball. Loses his lid again. Apparently, Nick Arnett's not the only one that needs a haircut. 3-2. Lined into left field. That's down for a base hit. Bozeman charges, and they'll just hold the runner at third base. An RBI single for Dylan Cool. His first hit of the ball game. You can close the book now on Eli Emery. The 3 batters that he faced have all come home to score. Now Austin Phillips stands in. He's 2 for 4 in the ball game. He's got a couple RBIs. Fastball is up. Peyton Vaught asking for a new baseball. Only 1 out. Phillips, the 8th batter to come to the plate. The Rotors batted around in the 5th. They sent 11 to the plate in that inning, scoring 6. Popped up. That's on the left side. It looks like it's playable. Over Cade Moore, and he's going to make the catch just in fair territory, says our home plate umpire, Frank Pillow, for out number 2. Now Chris Hansen. Or Henson. There you go. Chris Hansen's the guy who is on, what's that, Dateline? Isn't he the investigative reporter, the tall guy with the white hair? And he always says, when he's asking questions, really? Base is still loaded. 2 outs. First pitch to Henson. Not Jim, but Chris. Who knows who Jim Henson was? It was the inventor of the Muppets. Ball on a strike now. Is Vaught trying to get out of the inning? Breaking pitch catches the inside corner. Nice pitch by Vaught. Rhythm on the road to Henderson tomorrow. Lost a tight game up there last week. Ground ball to the left side. That's going to get into the hole. No play for Cade Moore. And what do we have? Oh, that's right. I'm wondering why the runner is not going. Okay, so no run. We had the force out. I thought he wasn't going to throw, but I was thinking there was nobody on second. So a force out, fielder's choice. As who's that? Sam Belt, the pinch runner, got, I don't know what happened, but it wouldn't have mattered. I mean, he probably wasn't going to get there anyway. So 6U at third base. 3 runs come in, no hits, 1 hit, I'm sorry. Single by Dylan Cool. 1 hit, 3 left on. And the score now 11-5. Seen that score twice. Let's keep it right here. We're going to have our Full Count Rhythm spotlight time. And Ken, I told you what we were going to do. I didn't think we were going to be out of control here like this. But last night we did it with the Paducah Chiefs. I had gone back and checked on the overall record between Full Count and the teams that are still in the Ohio Valley League, and saw the games against Paducah. Full Count's record against the Chiefs was 20-2 coming into the season. Full Count won the first two games, so I had a 22-2, but then lost to the Chiefs last night, so now 20-3. The next team in the Ohio Valley League that Full Count has had the best record against is Fulton. 16-4 coming back into the Ohio Valley League, and 2-0 this year, and things aren't looking so good right here for the Rhythm. Is swing and a miss by Landon Ward, who's leading off the sixth, facing Troy Jocelyn. Dude, it's okay, all right? Swinging a foul ball. There's no reason to break your neck. Counts 0-2s. Andrew comes flying in with his cape flapping in the air. Another potty break here in the sixth, I'm assuming.
Long game there.
Landon Ward strikes out. Ward's 0 for 3. Now Spencer Yu stands in. Roy Jocelyn with the breaking pitch that stays up high. I knew there was something I was going to check. Wanted to make sure that Jocelyn had not had an appearance before for the Railroaders. I think he's new on the roster. I know he's new since the last time that Full Count played the Roaders. Breaking pitch misses inside. This is Jocelyn's first appearance on the mound, according to Game Changer. And after striking out Ward, I think that was on 3 pitches. He's walked Spencer Yu on 4. Third walk by Jocelyn came on in the 5th inning. Gave up a run on a hit. Now Cade Moore, top of the lineup, who's 2 for 3, stands in. Jocelyn misses outside. Don't know if anybody from the Jocelyn family is listening in tonight or not, but the information I got off the internet was that he was going to be a Green Jay down for Jackson State Community College for Michael Winders, I believe is their head coach's name. I don't know that we're going to get a update on Matthew Reinhardt delivered to the press box tonight, so you'll probably have to check right with him. Chopper to short. Phillips gloves on the short hop. Very nice play there at shortstop. His only play was to first base, unless he wanted to wait back and see if he could get you at second, but he decided to come on and retire Moore. He's now 2 for 4. Now 2 outs as Yu moves down to second base. Not exactly sure. I think he probably got hit in that. If I had to guess, like he was stretching that elbow out. He might have got hit in that funny bone. So
He took some BP on the field sometimes, but they never let him hit in game.
Kathy Jocelyn rooting for Troy. So Kathy is, let me see if maybe you did chime in here a little lower in the Facebook posting. No, I don't see anything. Loris Harrell says he's a newcomer. Looks like, obviously needed some new pitching as John Paul Head is ahead 2-0. And now that breaking pitch, John Paul might have said, I wish I'd have been hacking on that one. Yard card been used for John Paul once at least. He's got a single, a double, also struck out his last time up. It's spiked and heading down to third, the throw. And they're going to get Spencer Hughes. John Paul Head's going to have to wait till the next inning. So 2-5, caught stealing Spencer Hughes as the inning ends. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. 2/3 of the way through this game, unless Fulton continues to score. They lead 11-5. Headed to the 7th. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
What? Yeah. Oh. Welcome back. Peyton Vaught still out on the mound for Full Count. Faced 6 batters in the 6th inning. There is a 10-run mercy rule in the Ohio Valley League. There's 4 runs that the Railroaders need to get, though, to get to that point. Let's see what the Railroaders have done in the league this year in their games. Let's see if I can get to it quickly enough. 7th for the Railroaders. The only mercy rule game that they've been a part of was in that game that they did not pitch an actual pitcher. It was a 15-5, 10-inning loss in 10-run loss in 8 innings. That was at home. They took that drubbing. It's Perez now 2 balls, no strikes. He's walked twice already. 1 for 2. Single drove in a run in the 5th. A chopper to the left side, gloved by Merrick. Throw over to first base. Trey Simmons keeps the toe on. And Perez retired for the leadoff out here in the 7th. Cancun Lagoon, the meal sponsor tonight out of Gallatin. It should be about time for, I would assume, some chicken, cheese, and rice to be delivered. That's the normal meal from Cancun Lagoon. 1 ball, no strike on the. Are we working here? Just a bit inside. 5 hit batters, and Johnny Bloom said, I don't think I want to get hit again. He's been smoked once. Swing and a miss on the 2-0. Bloom from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Attends Indiana University, Columbus. Another swing and a miss. So Indiana University also has I think it's called Southeast directional as well. 2-2. A check swing there and a check down at first base. And Mason Davidson says, you went too far, so that's a Safeware strikeout for out number 2. First strikeout for Peyton Vaught. Now Trevor Sossman, the DH. He's been hit twice, also intentionally walked. Struck out looking in the 4th. Rhythm in danger of losing 2 straight at home. They don't come back from this. There's a line drive into center field for a 2-out base hit by Sossman.
Next up for the Railroaders, third baseman, number 13, A.J. Armstrong.
Got 9 hits now for the Rotors. A.J. Armstrong stepping to the plate. He has not been retired yet today. 2 hits in his first 2 plate appearances, 2 walks, and 2 RBIs in his next 2 plate appearances. He's walked twice with the bases loaded. Anakin Jack Armstrong. That ball gets over the glove of Jonathan Stewart to the backstop. I got a wild pitch. I thought it came close to nearly hitting him. Armstrong swings at that one, foul tips it into the mitt. Oh, it's not A.J. Armstrong. Thank you for a heads up. Shane Carnes is at number 5. Is that his number? Nope. I'm sorry. That's A.J. Armstrong. Is it? It is 13. Was it not A.J. or Sossman out there at second? No, that was Sossman. All right. Don't be giving us bad info here. Unless that was earlier, I'm not sure. Maybe that wasn't Johnny Bloom that hit. We'll have to. Another ball gets by Stewart. The runner stays at second. Now full count ministries, full count. We'll have to figure out. Dennis, who do you think that Shane hit for in that? We did not see. I know it was Jaden Perez. Shane bats right, throws right, so I know it was Jaden Perez, unless he hit for Johnny Bloom. And Armstrong with a half swing there on a pitch that lands probably inside to him, but he's another Safeware strikeout victim. And the Rotors retired, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. Dennis, let's see. He took Bloom's place, is what he said. So we'll take a break, see if we can figure it out. We'll be right back.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Roy Jocelyn still on the mound for the Rotors. First pitch swinging. John Paul Head, who was at the plate when Spencer Yu was thrown out trying to advance on a wild pitch, and John Paul Head gets his third hit of the ball game. So Dennis Carnes, who's paying attention to the game, watching his son, said that he came in the sixth inning as the catcher for Bloom and then just got his first at-bat there. We got 5 people up here in the press box, and we're not seeing, nobody up here has seen an umpire turn around and tell us that they had a new catcher for the Rotors. Don't know that they normally do that for a new defensive change, although Sam Belt is out at second base now for Matthew Reinhart. But we saw that when he came in as a pinch runner. Shane Carnes, we did see, is the new catcher. And if he came out in the 6th, we didn't see that. But we see him here in the bottom of the 7th. Jake Merrick looking for his first hit of the ball game. He's got a 2-2 count. Now he walked his last time up. Another slider. Nice block there by Carnes. So Bloom, I guess, got hit by a pitch that last time. Maybe that's why he came out of the game in the bottom of the 6th. Probably be a good reason. Merrick on the Full Count Ministries full count, swings and misses. 4th strikeout on my score sheet for Troy Jocelyn. First out here in the 7th. Trey Simmons stands in. He's the first baseman tonight. 1 for 2, driven in a couple of runs. Taps that one foul. Shane Carnes, 6'3", 205-pound rising sophomore at Schoolcraft College from Lebanon Junction, Kentucky. A big breaking pitch there by Jocelyn. Got a lot of information now. So he is going to Jackson State in the fall from Union City. Thank you, Aaron, for the information. Second in the state in strikeouts. Was that in which division? Single A, double A, triple A? Guessing Union City's probably not a real large high school. 2025 grad, so he's an incoming freshman. Few of those around here in the Ohio Valley League. 2-2 pitch. Popped up out to center field by Simmons. Jaden Perez should still be out there, and he makes the catch for out number 2. And that is the Miami, Florida native, Jaden Perez. He and A.J. Armstrong, part of my full count 242 discipleship group at Vol State this past year. There were 2 of 4 freshmen that asked to be part of the group. That's a pop-up in the infield. Parker Staborski, a home run in an elevator shaft, and the catch is made by Austin Phillips for out number 3. The Rhythm waste a leadoff single by John Paul Head. Can't get anything going in the 7th. We're heading to the top of the 8th. 11-5 is the score.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hendersonville Firefighters Association called to the bullpen for the Rhythm. 6th pitcher on for head coach Josh Carman. J.C. Myers out of Columbia State from White House, Tennessee. Did not write. Okay, got Jay Myers. I didn't write that down the last time I got the information from Jay. I have to go back. Have not seen JC around much here, so he's got Brittany, Alyssa, and Ashlyn as his sisters. Jay, if you're listening in, I need to know what high school he went to and tell me his mom's name. Again, Evan Jones is his mentor. I do have that. He's going to face Sam Belt, the number 9 hole hitter who came on for Matthew Reinhardt. First pitch swinging is Belt. Comes up empty. Myers on for his second appearance. It's another swing and a miss. 1/3 of an inning, did not give up a hit, but did allow 3 runs, which were earned, a couple of walks and a hit by a pitch. 1 out was a strikeout. He's going to try to work on lowering that ERA, and he's going to do a good job right here as he gets his second strikeout. That's a Safeway strikeout as Sam Belt goes down swinging. Leadoff batter Jacob Lott stands in. He's 1 for 3. Walked a couple of times. Guess we're going to have to check and make sure that's who's batting each time now. 4 pitches, 4 strikes by J.C. Myers. living up in White House, could have attended White House High School, White House Heritage. He could have been a Davidson Academy or Good Pasture. Could have gone to a lot. Davidson Academy, there we go. That's my guess. Tina, I'm writing it in there right now. That's my baby sister's name, Jay and Tina. Davidson Academy. Columbia State Charger down there with Desi Ammons, a former Belmont catcher. Desi's got it going on down there. Guess there's not a whole lot to do down in Columbia, Tennessee, other than play baseball. Yeah, Jay, that was not his best outing. You're right. Looking to rebound right here, and so far throwing strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter, Jacob Lott, who has had a really good start. Came in hitting .412 in this ball game. That one's way wide. Jonathan Stewart extends to keep that one in the glove. Lott had 14 hits, now has 15. He might be second behind John Paul Head. Head came in with 16. He now has 19 hits. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off to the left side. That'll get over by the Merch Pavilion in the Framework Athletics Hospitality Pavilion for a AAA autoglass foul ball. John Paul Head now with 19 hits in 10 games. In one of those games, he only played half of it. 2-2 pitch coming from Myers. Grounded to the right side. It will roll foul or bounce foul. Gloved by Trace Simmons. Getting his first action at first base. Blake Carter has been the primary first baseman for Full Count. Jackson Cothran has also played a couple of games there. Using my small Bushnells, I see that Charlie Bozeman's still out there in left field. Parker Staborski's in center. A check swing. And no appeal made. What if the ball got by the catcher, but no appeal made? Well, the Full Count Ministries full count. Myers pitching from the stretch. Delivers just outside for ball 4. Paducah Chiefs defeated the Madisonville Miners at home today, 11-3. I believe that's right. Wonder why they've got that on there like that. That's still showing the 2-1 win from last night as Myers misses inside to Dylan Cool. The Flash defeated the Hoppers 7-2. One 0 is in there for a called strike. Myers with a long pause and delivers lined into the glove of Trace Simmons, and he tags Jacob Lott out, and there is a dudette unassisted double play off the bat of Dylan Cool. Hit it right to the first baseman. A line out into a Dudek Communications double play just with a doctor order for J.C. Myers. He faces 3, retires all 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Rhythm have 2 more innings to get back into this one. Trail by 6. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network on YouTube and Twitter.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Got a new pitcher on the mound for the Fulton Railroaders. I think it is Wade Sabo, number 18, who's on in relief of Troy Jocelyn. Jocelyn goes 3 innings. Gives up 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. He struck out 4 batters in his OVL first appearance and walked 3 according to my score sheet. Did not plunk a batter. Good for him. As he faces, I think, 14 batters there for the Roaders.
Now batting left fielder, number 14, Trinity Bozeman.
Wade Sabo to face 6, 7, and 8 in the Rhythm lineup. First pitch swinging. Bozeman fouls that one off. Too much bouncing around for me on Game Changer to go to the actual game itself and then try to get stats from the Fulton Railroaders website. Bozeman 0 for 1. He's walked twice, scored a run, a couple of stolen bases, manufactured a run. They want to check down at first base. Senior Davidson says he did not go. Sabo on for his 3rd appearance. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. He has 1 start. Gone 6 2/3 innings, given up 7 hits. 4 runs there earned. Walked 5, struck out 8. Has plunked a couple batters, and Bozeman down on strikes.
Now batting catcher, number 3, Jonathan Stewart.
Jonathan Stewart 0 for 3. Trying to get off the schneid. Landon Ward got off the schneid up at Madisonville, drove in a run with an RBI single. Elijah Stockton got off the schneid. Got his first hit of the year last night. Single up the middle. See if Jonathan Stewart can make it happen here in his fourth plate appearance. 2-0 swing is hair late, fouls that ball off. In the new defense, as we believe it is right now, Jacob Lott still in left, Jaden Perez in center, Dylan Cool still in right, A.J. Armstrong at third, Austin Phillips at short, the new second baseman, is Sam Belt in for Matthew Reinhart as Stewart swings and misses. And Chris Henson has played very nice first base. He's still down there. The new catcher is Shane Carnes in for Johnny Bloom. And Sabo nearly gets Stewart. Let's see if they want to check down at first base. And again, on appeal, no swing, but Stewart nearly went around. And now he's looking at a full count Ministries full count. He just looks like he is battling it in the box, and he swings and misses. And he is another strikeout victim for Wade Sabo. Landon Ward, 2 for 3, or 0 for 3. He's got a couple of strikeouts as well. Stands in back-to-back strikeouts here to start the bottom of the 8th. Sabo misses high and outside there. A long week for the full count rhythm players. Kids camp is no joke. 9 o'clock to noon, Monday through Thursday. And it is mandatory. Everybody's got to be there. 200 plus kids showing up. And that's a long time with 5 to 12-year-olds. Snack time can only take up so much time. Swinging a AAA autoglass foul ball. Gets up over the lights on the right side. Next home game will be Saturday night, taking on the Hoptown Hoppers. Samusi Hibachi food truck will be here. Frosted Luau will be back. First time since last Friday, June 6th. 1-2 pitch sales high. Monday night, June 16th, another kids' night, 12 and under. Get into the ball game for free. Looks like Monday nights. There's also a Wednesday night in there. 2-2 pitch, just low. So several nights where the kids get in free. Tonight was one of those. Thanks to First Baptist Church Hendersonville for bringing their free ice cream truck. Full Count Ministries, full count, lined into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Landon Ward has 2 hits on the season now. Lines that one sharply into center field. It'll give Spencer Yu an opportunity to hit here in the 8th. 0 for 2 with a walk. Coming up on the 3-hour mark. Got started at 7:08. It's 10:06 Central Time. Dennis, I appreciate that comment you made about you didn't want Johnny Bloom to get Shane's strikeout. Swinging a dump down to right field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Spencer Yu gets on the sack. Gets his first hit of the ball game. Rhythm with a little 2-out bingo going here. Now the top of the order, Cade Moore stands in. A rising graduate student at Trevecca. Started his college career out at Kentucky Wesleyan. He's from Terre Haute, Indiana, near French Lick, Indiana, also near Brazil, Indiana. Probably not too many people out here that have ever heard of Brazil, Indiana. But Terre Haute reminds me of Brazil, Indiana. 10 years old, heading out on a family vacation, pulling the trailer, and we had our first of 2 accidents with it, pulling a trailer as a semi went by us and started jackknifing as that ball's popped up in the infield. Apparently, Cade Moore did not want to hear the story. So we'll have to tell it another time as Shane Carnes makes the catch for the final out here in the 8th. Anyway, we spent 2 nights in a used parts salvage yard in Brazil, Indiana, back in 1970. No runs, 2 hits in the inning. That's 8 now for the Rhythm, but those 2 hitters, they were left on base. We're going to the 9th. 11-5 is the score. We broadcast on YouTube and Facebook, not on Twitter or X. We used to broadcast on X or Twitter, but not anymore. We'll be right back.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Three, 4, and 5 due up in the top of the 9th to face J.C. Myers. 6 pitchers taking the mound tonight. Wondering with where the center field camera is. It's still out there for some reason. Have you hit that number 4 at all to see tonight at all? You didn't. Okay. Yep. For some reason, that center field camera, transmitter and receiver didn't want to talk to each other tonight. Worked like a champ last night. I don't have any idea why. I set it up the same. Tim Dixon, my helper, tried to set it up. We set everything up the same, and it didn't work tonight. No change in positioning, nothing. Austin Phillips, the shortstop, getting his 6th at-bat. Chopper to the left side. Jake Mary cuts off Cade Moore and throws to first to retire Phillips. 1 pitch, 1 out. That in the broadcasters' school, that's a required saying. 1 pitch, 1 out. Just kidding. I never went to broadcaster school. Just listened to thousands and thousands of baseball games. Cuba, Kentucky. Dolores apparently knows where Cuba, Kentucky is. Line drive, the 2nd pitch of the inning. Chris Henson delivers a base hit. He's trying for 2. The throw is just offline, and he's going to get in there head first with a double. I think that's the first extra base hit of the ball game for the Rotors tonight, and it's a hustle double. I don't think Bozeman bobbled it out there. Ken, you didn't see a bobble, did you? Now, Jaden Perez getting his 6th AB. 1 for 3, a couple walks. A battle right here that could be seen this next spring between Columbia State and Volunteer State. Perez fouls that one off into the dark over there by field number 2. AAA glass foul ball. Thanks to Dylan Doris and the Doris family Proud sponsors of the Full Count Rhythm. Slider just misses down. Two 2-1 pitch. That catches the knees for a called strike. A lot of Rotors fans. Apparently our ball's grounded to third. Merrick looks the runner back at second. Throw is in time at first to get Perez. He's got a couple ground outs to the third baseman. Who in this inning? I guess our cameras are getting tired. Either that or my eyes are getting tired. That is almost looks like the cameras are out of focus. I'd have to stick those on manual. Let's see if I can. Shane Carnes at the plate, swings and misses at the first offering from J.C. Myers, trying to pitch around a one-out double. We thought it was Johnny Bloom, but Dennis Carnes, a research assistant tonight for the Rotors, helped us out and said it was his son Shane Carnes that struck out. He swings and misses at another slider down the count 0-2. Wonder if he's going to see that breaking pitch again. If he doesn't, I'll be surprised. Schoolcraft College, I believe that's up in Michigan. Yeah, that's exactly what he saw. He saw the breaking pitch and he took it for a strike. A Safeware strikeout ends the ninth. Second strikeout of the ball game for J.C. Myers. An excellent outing, 2 innings, allowed a walk and a hit, and that was it. So the Rhythm going to see if they can pull a touchdown and an extra point out here in the bottom of the ninth. We'll be right back.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Well, not sure what's going on with our cameras here tonight. Not able to make the adjustment I thought that we'd be able to make. We move to the bottom of the ninth. John Paul Head, Jake Merrick, Trey Simmons to face Wade Sabo in his second inning. John Paul Head, 3 for 4. A candidate for Chick-fil-A Rivergate Player of the Game. 8 hits for full count. Cade Moore has 2 of those. And a single to right field by John Paul Head. That's his 4th hit of the game. Flares that one out there, and that's his second 4-hit ball game. Jake Merrick looking for his first hit of the ball game. He hits one high and deep to left center field. Did he get it? He did. Jake Merrick hits the first home run here at Drakes Creek, field number 3. Somebody had him as a yard card earlier. That's Ken Stegall. A 2-run bomb by Jake Merrick. It took game number 11. Well, how many home games have we had? I have to count that up, see how many home games it's taken for full count to finally, anybody actually, to hit a home run here at DC3. This is the 6th. As Trey Simmons tried to go back-to-back with him, that's the first home run of the year by Jake Merrick. He picks up his second and third RBIs of the game. Simmons now down in the count 0-2. And the Rhythm down by 4. Rhythm have been involved in 2 11-5 games, both with the Madisonville Miners. One a loss and one a win. Wanted to at least get off the 11-5 score. Jake Merrick now 1 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Simmons started to go, but he did not. Simmons has a couple of RBIs. He's 1 for 3. See if we can get a couple guys on and make this game interesting here in the bottom of the ninth. AAA autoglass foul ball off to the right side.
Oh.
That one got a building. Why would anyone build a building right next to a baseball field? Don't know. 2-2 pitch. The LMU rail splitter is going to go down on strikes. Looking for out number 1. He knew it, turned right around to the right and hit it back to the dugout. Staborski needs a hit. He's 0 for 4. Can't hit a grand slam unless there's 3 people on. So Staborski, Bozeman, and Stewart going to have to get on for Landon Ward. First pitch fouled straight back. So Jake Merrick, a little excitement, sends one out here to left center field over the 345 mark. Let's see whose sign that is out there in left center. First Bank, John Smithson, mortgage banker over there at First Bank. A new sponsor for the Full Count Rhythm this summer. 0-1 swung on a missed. We will be in Henderson tomorrow. I'll remember to bring my power cord this time so I won't have to borrow the flashes as Staborski down on strikes. 4 strikeouts now for Sabo. And the Rhythm down to their last out. Charlie Bozeman, the Samford Boo Dog. He's from Knoxville, Tennessee. Have not given a shout out to Charlie's family. Michael and Emily Bozeman, his parents, Andrew, his brother. So he pops this one up. This should do it. Austin Phillips runs A.J. Armstrong out of the way, and Rhythm falls short tonight as they lose 11-7. That's now 2 in a row here at home. The Rhythm have now lost 3 games at home out of the 6 played. Final score 11-7. The Rotors get the victory. They've now won 2 in a row. The Rhythm have lost two in a row and fall to 7-4. The Railroaders move to 5-6. A game that takes 3 hours and 15 minutes to complete. 550 people attended this game. A whole lot of campers, and watched the Railroaders, Blake Althusius, pick up the victory. The loss is charged to Tim Dixon. He's now 0-1. Don't believe he had a decision before that. He did not. Dixon, on his birthday, falls to 0-1. If that ain't a kick in the shorts. Our Chick-fil-A Rivergate player of the game, John Paul Head, for, I don't know, the 4th time at least, probably. He picks up 4 hits, scores 3 runs, does drive in 1 run, and now has 22 on the season, 4 for 5 game, and that .516 batting average that I have him for is going up and up and up. So congratulations to John Paul Head, our Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game. Thanks to Todd and Linda Hunley for their support of Full Count Rhythm Baseball. And our Full Count Ministries verse of the game, found in Matthew chapter 6, verse 33 and 34, provided tonight by Ken Stegall, our official scorer. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Verse 34, therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Josh Carman will tell these guys to flush this game. We'll move on, and we'll start stacking tomorrow against the Henderson Flash up in Henderson. Well, that'll take care of Kids Camp Night here at Drakes Creek Field number 3, as the Rotors get the win at Full Count. And what is that? That is the 5th win by Fulton over the 3+ years in 23 games. Overall, 18-5 now, Full Count over the Fulton Railroaders. So for John Smithson and the folks at Full Count Ministries, Josh Carman, the general manager and head coach, and for Andrew Holmes, my camera switcher and commercial player, this is Tim Reese saying God bless you. Thank you for joining us again for another edition of Full Count Rhythm Baseball right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Good night, everybody.
This has been another Full Count Rhythm Baseball game presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We'll see you next time right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network.